Welcome to Wednesday's Words of Wisdom from the farm. And as you can see, I have a couple of my tractors squared off against each other. And everybody knows that I love my white tractors. The Stevens brothers sold whites down the road, and I was a white tractor fanatic. Well, I splurged and I went and bought a John Deere. And I always rib the John Deere to the kids that are working, the young guys that are working for me, saying the white, let's hook up a chain and I'll pull that deer around the barnyard. Well, one of the young guys wanted to take one of my smaller whites into the fair, and they had a tractor pull, and he took a 105 horsepower tractor against bigger tractors. In fact, there was a John Deere that was all fixed for pulling. It had all the special weights and everything, and it pulled a fair distance. And this kid went in with a 105 horsepower tractor, 75 horsepower less than the other opponent. And he pulled a catwalk down the track. The crowd was on their feet, and he almost pulled as far as a tractor with 75 horsepower more. Well, I bragged it up. Well, spring came and we got working fields. We pulled this tractor out in the field, and it couldn't pull anything. The clutch went out of it. And of course, I heard it from the other guys. Oh, the John Deere's got more power. Sometimes we can get a little overconfident and we say something and we go back on it. And it's called pride. We get proud. In James 4:6 it says, but he gives us more grace. That is why the scriptures say, God opposes the proud, but shows favor to the humble. And in James 4:10 it says, humble yourself before the Lord, and he will lift you up. And here's the scripture for today, Proverbs 16:18. Pride comes before destruction, and an arrogant spirit before a fall. You know, I was dating Lynette, my wife now, and I remember we were getting close. I was getting close to proposing, and I was at my sister and my brother-in-law's place, and we were in the living room just before supper. And I had heard on the radio and decided it was a great time to bring it up. On the radio, they said that women are 65% the strength of men. I brought that up. And Lynette said, oh yeah? And I said, listen here, Chickie Poo, you're not half my strength. Now, I'm going to say that's not a good thing to say to your possible wife-to-be. Hey, Chickie Poo, you're not half my strength. So she says, do you want to go? And I said, yeah. So next thing I know, we've got a wrestling match about to happen in the living room. And Krista and Pete weren't against it. So I said, I need to warn you. I've been trained in different restraint moves, and I will have you hogtied in seconds, less than 5 seconds. We go at it. Just like I said, less than 5 seconds, I got her hogtied on the ground. And she can't move her arms or her legs at all. And I look her in the face and I said this, so ha. I'm laying on the ground. She's got nothing. It's over. No, I got prideful. And what did that scripture say in Proverbs? Pride comes before destruction or fall. And she headbutted me right across. She had one thing free, it was her head. She headbutted me across the beak of my nose, and the lights went out. And when I finally came to and looked up, she's standing over me like this, and she says, so ha. And I'm like, that's the girl for me right there. Wasn't long after I proposed. But let me just say this. Don't get overconfident. Don't allow pride to take root in your life. Why? Because if you do, if you're too proud, a fall's right behind it. And that has been Wednesday's Words of Wisdom from the farm. Take care. God bless.